Hello and welcome to another Source Gaming discussion. I'm your host NantenJex and joining me today is Tris.
Hello.
And our special guest today is the Smash Prophet himself, RelaxAlax, who is heaving with excitement, I think.
It's been a energetic 24 hours. I could not sleep the night of the announcement. I'm like, I gotta make my video. I only slept 4 hours that night, and I'm like, well, that's good enough.
Well, wow. So I brought Alex on here and Tris as well to talk about the announcement of Joker and Persona 5 being the first paid-for DLC, excluding Piranha Plants. The first one in the Fighter's Pass. Mm-hmm. And it's a third-party guest character from the critically acclaimed Persona 5, from the Shin Megami Tensei series, owned by Sega, developed by Atlas.
I did not think we would have a discussion and you would be opening up with that. That is so wild. I can't believe this is the timeline we live in. I
think this game is a shock for loads of people, especially when you think Persona's not like a massively mainstream series, and Persona 5 is a PlayStation exclusive, and there's just so much of it. It's like, wait, what?
Tell us this 2 months ago, man.
Yeah, right?
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of, though, I'm so glad this didn't leak.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Totally. This was the most authentic hype I've ever had, since Sonic and Brawl. Oh my goodness.
I mean, there's a reason people are comparing it to the Cloud reveal on Smash for Wii U and 3DS's DLC.
Yeah.
Joker might not be Cloud's level, but this announcement certainly was. And it's super exciting. But I guess that kind of bleeds into the first topic of how was everyone's reaction to this, and I think we kind of pushed that one straight out of the gate. It was a big surprise. See, I live in the UK where the Game Awards aired at 1 in the morning. So I woke up and took a shower, and then I was like, I wonder what got announced last night. And the first thing I do is go on YouTube, and I see Joker Persona 5 Smash Ultimate, the Japanese trailer on the Smash Brothers website. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What? Hold on, what?
Yeah. I was actually playing Ultimate because I had a review copy that I got the day of, so I was just playing with friends, and I was feeling under the weather, so I'm like, I'm not gonna stream us playing. I was streaming already for 4 hours earlier, so I'm not gonna stream. We're just gonna watch the Game Awards and play. Big mistake, because we had it on. We had it on the monitor, and I was watching, and I see the Persona Red, and I'm like, oh, what? And then you see the Phantom Thieves logo. I'm like, oh my god, and I'm freaking out. And then I see Joker, and then Morgana's like, oh, there's an invitation, and then, wait, what? And then he turns the card, and it's Smash, and I don't remember much from there. I'm putting up a video. Maybe it'll be out. Is this going up today? Probably not.
It'll probably go up on Monday.
Okay,
yeah,
so my video will be up Saturday, and you'll see, because you guys might see it today. I was just I was very extra. I was very obnoxious. And I am very obnoxious. Because it was the only character I really was I really, really wanted. There were other ones where I was like, yeah, they would be cool, but Joker's the dream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same right there, honestly.
Oh, man.
And how was your reaction to it, Tris?
So,
did you watch the Game Awards live?
Yeah, so it was funny for me because I was originally watching the Game Awards with a bunch of my friends in my room, and they're like, okay, it is 11 o'clock. The Best Buy we're picking up our midnight release copies from is half an hour to an hour away. So we're just gonna go now. So we're still watching it in the car. Our friend's driving. The person in the passenger seat is holding that phone up for everyone in the car to see, and then it hits that moment where it's the entire Game Awards just goes black, and then the Phantom Thieves transmission cuts in, and we're all kind of confused. We're kind of thinking okay, maybe they're announcing the remake kind of thing, or the second edition kind of thing they did with Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3, but then it just turns the card to Smash, and we just start freaking out, but also trying to make sure we're not distracting our driver, which is really funny actually.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, no,
but
It's incredible. Everyone I'm talking to about it, because there were like a handful of people, because Persona's not huge and a lot of the Smash fan base doesn't really cross over. Some people do, but it
will now.
Yeah.
Now.
Alpharad, me and him, we're just texting back and forth, like as the days go on. We're like, I can't believe it. Because he recently played Persona, and he was like, I want Joker in, like, very recently, and he's like, he's the number one character I want to be in the game, and he was like freaking out as well, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was for me too, because it's just like when this Smash was announced, I'm like, I know it really won't happen because everybody's convinced me otherwise, but like I want to see like Joker or Morgana from Persona 5. Like I think that'd be amazing, and then we got it.
Yeah, I hope the your team, like the Phantom Thieves, make like an appearance, whether in like I have an idea for a moveset, but like I hope they appear in some form, like as like a counter or obviously in the All Out Attack Final Smash.
Yeah. Well, why don't we like transition into that? Because I wanted to ask what you guys thought how Joker might play. If you don't want to spoil your upcoming video, or maybe your video's out before this, then
no, that's
I understand.
no problem.
But how do we think Joker might function? Because obviously with Persona, it's a bit like a Pokemon game in that you capture or befriend, or in Joker's case, point a gun to their head and convince them to join your side, and then you get to use their abilities. And Joker, obviously being the wild card, can use multiple personas. And I think we can gather from the trailer that Arsene is going to be the default persona that Joker has, as it is his default, and will probably appear in his moveset in some way. But do you think he'll be utilizing other personas in his moveset?
My idea was like that would be his neutral special, because Sakurai likes representing a big part of the series or a big part of the character's identity through the neutral special, and what better way than the persona capture or like the multiple persona. So I imagine it would work like Shulk's Monado arts, where you have a select 3 or 4, and those change your smash attacks. It wouldn't be like a whole moveset overhaul, but it would change a few things. Arsene probably would be in the moveset, and I imagine maybe Jack Frost, maybe
that's what I was thinking.
Different typings of attacks that can be changing different, smash attacks, elemental abilities. But that's as far as I ever thought about it. Like, I don't know move for move, but I have a feeling his normals will utilize the knife he has a lot.
Yeah.
And the gun. I almost imagine his neutral idle pose is going to be that meme pose where he like you have the option to guard, you have the option to go to gun.
He just has a taunt and the UI just appears.
Yeah.
Though if it was like Shulk's, that would be a cool way to pick which persona you wanted. If the UI kind of picked around and each one had the face of whatever persona you wanted to use in their name. That'd be a cool way to pick between them. My thoughts around it is more that like the tilts and stuff will use the dagger, and then for the smash attacks it will have Arsene appear, kind of like a stand, or how they do it in Persona 4 Arena and Cross Tag Battle.
Okay.
And Arsene will be done for all the heavy based attacks, and then for the specials he'll swap between particular personas. Probably Jack Frost is going to be there somewhere because it's Jack Frost, and then it'll be whichever persona sort of fits, which one will give him a good recovery, probably some sort of wind-based persona. And I can see the down one will probably be someone that does like either Hammer or Mudo, because those are like special sort of insta-kill attacks, and probably it won't insta-kill in this game, but it feels like the sort of one that would be a bit like Robin's down special.
Right.
Where it's like super up close and personal and some sort of magic. I don't know, that's what I feel like would fit that.
No, I can see that well too. Like I don't know what Sakurai would decide to do, because it's hard to do characters from RPGs, because you can't really represent that.
Yeah.
Especially one that's similar to Pokemon or this one, because there are so many abilities. He probably will just pick and choose in different moves and have them.
Whichever one gives the most creative moveset, I imagine.
Honestly, though, I'm just hoping his neutral special has them like summoning a persona, just so we get Kirby doing the same thing.
Yeah, I just want to hear Persona. and then
we get like Kirby doing that little thing, tearing off the mask. God.
Yeah.
At least we know what Kirby's Kirby hat will be for this. It'll presumably just be his mask.
Yeah.
I wonder if he gets the black hair as well.
Do you think the series icon is going to be just the P5, or is it going to be Atlus's logo? Or I don't know.
I could see. It depends because they didn't say it was like Smash Cross Persona. They specifically said Smash Cross Persona 5. I wonder if it's going to be like the Phantom Thieves logo.
Ooh.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Because that makes a ton of sense for that. It really depends on if it is really just Persona 5 or if they're just going to say Persona, in which case then maybe Atlus? I don't know. Atlus, maybe Jack Frost's face? I don't know. I can't think what it would be if it was just Persona as a whole.
If it's just Persona, I could kind of see it being like the P, like missing the 5, but just the P. As awkwardly generic as that would be, I mean, Clouds, the Final Fantasy is just the FF. So,
yeah. I mean, Snakes is just an exclamation mark.
Yeah, exactly, so...
Yeah, no, I didn't think the Phantom Thieves, that would be very...
That would be awesome.
It would be awesome. Oh, so cool.
So, Trish, you got anything that you want to see from his moveset? I think we can all agree that Final Smash is the all-out attack.
Yeah,
if it's
not...
I don't know what it'd be.
If it's not, but yeah. I think it fits best to be the all-out attack, and given that in the trailer we heard Morgana on Ryuji and Yusuke, I have a feeling it'll just be them, simply because they're probably going to avoid doing anything like referencing things late in the game in case they do end up bringing it to Switch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know about that, considering how nonchalant Sakurai was about spoiling Xenoblade.
True.
That is
True,
well.
but this
Smash
is...
for Wii U.
You know what else they spoiled? A brief aside. They spoiled Final Fantasy, I'm pretty sure, with...
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, it was in like one of the... On the... What is it called in Ultimate, where they have like the unlocks and you unlock the pictures and it shows a picture?
Challenges?
Also, like,
the challenges. One of the pictures was like Cloud holding... I don't know who it was, but it was the death of that character in that game.
Yeah.
In the water.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
maybe they would.
Replaced with Peach.
Yeah.
Or Zelda, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think that in terms of in the all-out attacks, you don't really ever see the party members though. You just see the black sort of dash lines, don't you?
Well,
and then Joker drops down into the foreground.
Well, I was thinking it
probably
would start off like kind of like how Shulk's Final Smash, he calls them in and summons them in, basically. I think it would essentially be like that, where we see the Fanathies come in. I don't know, maybe from the Morgana bus, for example, and then and then it goes to that screen.
Actually, I could see it maybe. You know how when you do it in Persona, and then all of their like portraits appear when it goes when it makes like the crash. I could see that appearing it just being Ryuji, Anna, and Morgana's portraits.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like, Joker probably just dashes at them, and if they get caught in it, then that's how it triggers, I imagine.
Yeah, something like that. Or he knocks them down, and then it goes into it.
Yeah.
Or however that would work.
However it would work.
It is funny, though, because a lot of the final smashes in this game, when you, like, think about... Or, I don't know if Sakurai said he did base the UI, but I think I read somewhere that he based a lot of the victory poses off of Persona 5s as well.
I don't know about the victory pose, but he based a lot of the UI off of Persona 5s. Maybe he did the victory poses as well. I know that all the final smashes are like really quick and stuff and more cutscene focused because they're meant to be, so you can get back to the action quickly.
Right. A lot of them look like they're from Persona because they have the little face show up and then they go into a cinematic, so all out attack would fit so well into this game. Almost perfectly.
Agreed.
Oh, I do hope for one thing. It's this obscure little thing, but everyone I bring it up to thinks it's really charming. I really hope his grab or something with the throws just has him just get up on their shoulders and just do something. Just like when he tears off the mask off the shadows.
My up special in my moveset idea would be the ambush where he jumps up really high or he dashes up. But I don't. Now that you say it, that would work well as a grab.
See it as a down grab if he jumps onto them and kicks them down as he
that's
simulates ripping off their mask.
Show me your true form.
Gotta say that every single time.
Yeah. I really hope we hear little Morgana just yelling in the background.
I hope Morgana's part of his victory poses.
Oh yeah, it has to.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. No, one of his victory poses will probably just be when they're running after a battle in Persona 5. It'll probably just be that. It'll start running and then transition into a walk or whatever it is that He does. If there are characters in his final Smash, then they'll be in the background, just like at the end. That'd be great.
The Phantom Thieves are a big part. I guess you could say that about all the RPGs, but like the whole Phantom Thieves was the whole part of the game. If Morgana, in the very least, Morgana should be.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm hoping, although they haven't confirmed that Spirits will be also part of DLC, I'm hoping that all the Phantom Thieves will be added as like Spirits matches on the Spirits board.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
Great.
And then we have to have Futaba's spirit be Inkling. Just no choice.
Absolutely.
I can definitely see that being handled like I forget what it's called, but like the spirits that can essentially level up into like different forms. And so it's like the base form of each of their spirits is just like their normal life form, and then their upgraded version is their Phantom Thief alt.
That would be cool. That would work.
That would be cool.
Yeah, someone suggested that the primary spirits are all the Phantom Thieves members, and then if there are any like personas as spirits, they'll be the support spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In the same way, the Blades from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 are support spirits, and the drivers are primary.
That's fair, yeah.
That makes sense.
That could work. Well, along with Joker, we're also going to get a stage and a ton of music, which personally is the most exciting part for me. Because the music in Persona 5 is amazing. And I'm praying that with it being Sega and Atlas, that they're a lot more open than Square is with the Final Fantasy music. Because I've heard that Atlas can be a little picky sometimes, but I'm hoping I'm hoping that with Sega and it being Sakurai and everything, that we get a ton of really good Persona 5 music. We probably won't have any with lyrics because they seem to always cut out the instrumentals.
Well, it's
like Bayonetta's doesn't have any instrumental, or all instrumentals. Sorry,
but all the Sonic ones that have lyrics are the lyric versions. Is the thing.
Yeah,
so it's very
although
50-50.
the guy who sings the Sonic ones that are all that lyrics also does music for Smash Ultimate.
That's fair.
Like he's like the Sonic composer. He's also the one who sings it. So
yeah.
Whereas I think in Persona 5 they hired like third-party singers in the same way that they did for Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm thinking that we might not get vocal tracks, but I'm hoping I'm wrong.
I am hoping they like just give us the same songs that were in Persona 5. Like that would be ideal. If they did remixes, I'd be like, okay, like I hope they're just as good, but
yeah.
I'd like a remix of Beneath the Mask because that song's a little. I really like that song, but it's a little too somber for Smash. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So a remix of that would be good.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot they can do with the music, and I think what's interesting about it is, if you remember what Bayonetta, I mean, that gave us like first-time instrumentals for some of these things, like Tomorrow Is Mine, for example. And I was talking to some of my friends about this, and I don't believe there's an official release of an instrumental of Last Surprise. It was just used in like a really early trailer for the game, so they could actually give us like an instrumental of Last Surprise. The trailer, the Joker's Reveal trailer uses the instrumental in-game version of Life Will Change, so we might also get that. But yeah.
We have to get Life Will Change. Oh man.
Yeah, Life Will Change and Last Surprise are like the two most obvious songs to be in the game.
I'm really excited for the boss songs like Blooming Evil,
yes,
Willpower. Those are going to be so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
And liking this, I want to see some of the dungeon songs as well. In particular, the Casino Dungeon song, whose name skips my mind. And I want to see that because I feel that if they're going to pick any stage for Joker, it's got to be the Casino.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah, because the casino's like one of the iconic stages. It's also the place where the game literally starts in Persona 5.
That is where it starts. Huh.
And all about thieves breaking into a casino. It's like visually really interesting and more visually unique compared to any other stage currently in Smash.
Yeah.
So I think that the casino level would make really good. I don't know whether you fight on top of the chandeliers as stuff goes on below, or if they take it from somewhere else later in the dungeon, like one of the upper floors with the giant slot machines and stuff. I'm not sure which one they'll go for, but I feel like it has to be the casino.
My two ideas were either Kamoshida's castle, which would be and then maybe it transforms between the school and the castle, or it does that with Mementos, and like you're in the subway and there's shadows everywhere, but then it transforms back into a subway and you can get hit by a subway.
Actually, that's pretty close to the ideas I was coming up with my friends, because I was thinking it would be Mementos, because there's a lot they can pull from there that would like encapsulate just like the dark and red themes from the game. I think they could do a lot with that, and then like have it transition back and forth between that and like Shibuya Square. Because I had a friend who's like, oh, like, just put them in Shibuya Square. I'm like, I don't know how I'd feel about having, like, just real-world Japan location from the iconic fictional land of Japan here in Smash. But if it transforms like that, I think it'd be more interesting.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I really like the casino idea. That would just be really visually unique, and if Whims of Fate was just, I could listen to that on repeat, I would.
I think it would be good, especially when I think about Bayonetta. The stage they went for her was the Umbra Clock Tower, which again is the very first location in that game.
Yeah, you're right.
Where everything starts, and with Cloud, it's Midgar, which is obviously the very first location in that game, and also a big part of that game.
Mm-hmm.
And so just thinking of it like that, I think the casino makes sense, because I think Sakurai also likes a lot of early stuff in games, because not every gamer will have played through or beaten the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, elements that appear early on that people might know, like Player 2 characters or recurring bosses like Bowser and Eggman, I think Sakurai quite enjoys focusing on, as opposed to late game bosses, final bosses, late game areas and dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of why I thought Kamoshida's castle would be used, because it was one of the first ones, but our castle is pretty generic. There's already, like, a bunch of castles in the game, so that does make sense why he would go with something like the casino. And it's also, like, the cutscenes are very, like, the first cutscene, if you play the game, you know a lot of people who see the first part of the game and wonder what it's about.
Yeah.
Let's do that before anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you know what just came to mind? We can get, I'm curious what you guys would think if we got the Velvet Room as a stage, and then, like, a really new Smash remix of the Velvet Room theme.
Yeah, that's what I really want. A Velvet Room.
A Velvet Room remix would be great, because that's just iconic to Persona in general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And give us a why can't I remember his name now? Give us a spirit of him. The guy who's in every Igor, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a boss fight with the twins. Let's just go all out.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Just add everything.
Yeah, Persona fusions going on in the background.
Yeah.
That would be
right. Well,
cool.
do you guys have anything else that you want to see from this, from Joker, Persona, and all that in Smash? When do you think actually that we'll get this? When do you think it will launch?
I think we should expect a trailer, like, because this was a teaser. We're gonna see a trailer on the other new character, or another new character, Piranha Plant. Maybe in a little bit more detail, just detailing what's gonna be expected in the fighter packs. I hope we get him early next year. One, because I want to do a Know Your Moves on him as quickly as possible.
Oh, yeah.
And two, I just want to play him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since Piranha Plant's expected to come out around February, I can see, like, if we get our annual January Nintendo Direct, I can see a proper, like, gameplay for Joker possibly going up then, or in the March one, because if we're getting Piranha Plant in February, I can see us getting Joker in April. Like, 'cause I think they would want to space out the characters a little bit, but also not put them too close together. So if you kind of think of, like essentially every other month, that would also set them up to properly get a character probably revealed and launched at E3 in June.
Great.
Yeah. No, you've got the exact same thought I have, Tris. Like, Piranha Plant in January, Feb, Joker in April, and then the next one will be June, the next one will be end of August, the next one will be October, and then they can round it up at beginning of next year, beginning of 2020 or whatever.
Yep.
Because they said they said that everything would be out by February 2020, so they can pace it out in 2-month sections like that. So I'm thinking late March, early April.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but we'll get
that.
proper gameplay of him, and he'll be added to the Smash Brothers website in January.
Oh, I can't wait for him to get added. I really want to see how he looks like in game in that render.
I want to see his render. It's probably going to be his all-out attack, like when he finishes finishing.
Yeah.
pose.
That's what I'm thinking, and then that's what they'll use for the amiibo that will be coming for him.
Yeah!
Which is also really exciting.
Oh man, it's so exciting.
So I actually do have a question of what we didn't go into that I'm curious what you guys think about it.
Sure.
What do you guys think we'll get for his alternate costumes?
I was just thinking that actually, because I wonder, will you have his regular non-thief outfit
Ooh, that would be great.
as an alt, and then it just swaps between the two?
it.
Because you can obviously dress them in Persona 5. You can change their outfits and stuff,
Yeah.
so it's not impossible for him to have his school clothes and be a thief at the same time.
Yeah, that goes against what I was thinking for his entrance animation, where he just he takes off the mask and then it goes all blue and then he transforms into his Phantom Thief look. But I much prefer that. Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, Little Max runs in his pink jumper and then looks like he's going to take it off, but doesn't when he's wearing his pink jumper outfit. So
yeah, they could
you could imagine it just being the same as that. But that's a really good idea for an entrance animation, actually. He rips off the mask and transforms.
Personally, for costumes, I also was thinking it'd be really cool if they gave his school uniform, but I was thinking otherwise. In addition to that, so the other 6 costumes might reference other Phantom Thieves, kind of like Shulk's referencing other party members or Lucina's referencing other
color-wise,
color-wise,
probably change to Ryuji's colors, because all the characters have one base color in the game that really represents them, like Yusuke's blue,
Ryuji's yellow.
Yep, On is red.
Makoto's black, I think. Makoto's black, and Morgana is
green.
Green.
Is it green?
Is it green? I'm trying to think. Futaba's orange, I think, because of her hair, and
Haru's pink.
That's it. Haru's pink, and the other guy who no one likes, he's a villain, is white.
Who?
Well, so I guess my final question then, before we wrap this up, is how has Joker's appearance as the first fighter pack changed your view of the rest of the DLC?
Ooh.
Or has it in any way?
I don't know what is to come from here, because this was I'll hold out for this for a while, but now it was the first one. It was the first one. What do I go for now? I really do think that they can pull off any character. I don't think they'll all be third party, but I feel like Nintendo, the ball's in their court this console generation because the Switch is doing well. And I think this is the first Smash where, I guess with Brawl, but they weren't doing third party then, but this is the first Smash where they had good ties in the industry. They had everyone wanting to be on their console, and now all these characters are on their console. It's one of the first times, so I really think it's going to be a different Smash in terms of who to expect, and Goku!
Still not going that far. I think Joker being the first one revealed for me has kind of made me think it's going to be more heavily based on third party. Maybe we'll get one first party right towards the end, in the same way that we kind of did with Corrin. But I think they're going to be primarily third party characters, and my view on what third party characters has changed because of Joker. I suddenly, even though they're not really related, I can see Doom Guy now with Bethesda and Nintendo's relationship. He's become more likely for me, and I'm still hoping out for Banjo.
I am
to make it in.
Banjo's my next, the one I think is going to happen next, or not next, but it's a big character. I feel like it's well requested enough.
I'm still hoping out for Erdrick next, just because I still want to be right about that. So I need him to be at least one of them, and then I don't know for my fifth. I want it to be a first party, and originally I was saying Bandana D, but I'm not sure about that anymore. I feel like it's going to be someone who's really brand new, or someone from a really brand new upcoming game. We could get Silex from Metroid Prime if he's such a big role in Metroid Prime 4, if that ties together.
It's hard to predict stuff like that.
Yeah. And what about you, Tris?
So, Joker having been the one character I was really hoping for this Smash. My expectations are basically just at this point. I feel I'm going to be surprised either way, but I don't feel like I can accurately predict who we can get at this point. Because honestly, as much as I wanted Joker, I never would have wholeheartedly predicted him.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that we're now away from all specifically the go-to predictions everybody has. I know people do really want to see Banjo, but I think Banjo is almost everyone's go-to big third-party character prediction. But I think Joker proves that we can get so much more than that. And honestly, my prediction is, considering Reggie had said this is just to give us a taste of what to expect, that we're gonna get some really big surprises.
I hope so.
Man,
I love surprises.
Same here.
Well, I think that about wraps up this discussion. So I want to thank you for joining us, Alax.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Do you want to plug your channel and where people can find you?
Oh yes, you can find me at RelaxAlax everywhere: Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. I'm pretty active on all three. There will be a Joker video that I'm putting up today, but you can go and search it up. Maybe it's just going to be on my reaction and the build-up till the day the Joker was announced. So
we'll provide a link to it. We'll provide a link
you.
in the description or up in the top corner with one of them cards or whatever it is that YouTube calls them.
Fancy. Well, thank you for having me again.
Thank you for joining us, and thank everyone out there for watching. And let us know what your thoughts were on Joker being announced. Were you really surprised? Is he a character you're really excited for? And what do you think this means for the rest of DLC? I want to give a special shout out to our super patron, the Duke of Dorks. Great guy, link to his channel in the description below. And also a special thanks to all the other patrons. All their names are going to be on the screen right now, so check them out. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this, subscribe, all that YouTube nonsense. And always remember to return to the source.